In this video, we're going to go over some SQL injection countermeasures. To begin, we'll talk about sanitizing input data. So what you'll need to do to make sure that SQL injections cannot occur is use prepared statements. Prepared statements basically take the injected code and treat it as literal data rather than a continuation of the executed statements in the database. So for example here, if I had a query where I'm inserting data into a table, as you see here, insert into employee, instead of providing the post inside of the query, I'm going to substitute it with question marks. So you see here I have values and then I have 3 question marks that are comma separated. What I'm going to do is fill in these question marks with variables. So you see that my employee ID variable is equal to 17, my first name variable is equal to Billy, and my last name variable is equal to Blue Jay. What I'm going to do here is first prepare the query, and then the second thing I'm going to do is execute it with an array. The array is basically a list of values, in this case, employee ID, first name, and last name. So that list of values is going to be plugged into those question marks, and the code is going to be interpreted as a literal data rather than a continuation of that SQL string. When I'm doing a query, for example, you can see here that we have select star from employee where the first name equals question mark and last name equals question marks. Again, I'm not going to put a post where the question mark is. I'm going to fill that in with the data, such as the variables of first name and last name, as we discussed previously. Additionally, when you're running queries, you'll never want to run more than one query at a time. So for example, you'll use MySQL query instead of MySQL multi-query so that you don't run into the ability of someone to be able to run multiple queries against your database at the same time. An additional countermeasure that you can use is actually stored procedures on the database side of things. It's basically doing the same thing where you're preparing the statement and executing the statement to ensure that our database is not compromised. So I found a funny SQL injection comic from XKCD, which is a technology comic that's actually rather funny if you're interested in technology. So here you have a mother that's receiving a phone call that says, "Hi, this is your son's school. We're having some computer trouble." The mom replies, "Oh dear, did he break something?" School says, "In a way." "Did you really name your son Robert, quote, parentheses, semicolon, drop table student, semicolon, dash, dash, space?" "Oh yes, little Bobby Tables we call him." And the school replies, "Well, we've lost this year's student records. I hope you're happy." And the mother says, "And I hope you've learned to sanitize your database inputs." Thanks for watching my video. Feel free to click the links here to watch the next video of the playlist, continue to the next playlist, or subscribe.